With a single click of this button, you can actually list an item from AliExpress or any other marketplace online in the eBay store within 30 seconds. This non-API tool works fast and do everything for you. It takes all pictures from supplier and load it to eBay. It fills all specifications you need. It also makes your life a lot easier when it comes to daily listing on eBay. The only thing you have to do while working with this lister is to sit back and make sure the Google Chrome browser which you are listing your eBay item is active. It means you cannot do anything else on your computer while this tool are listing your item. It works without API, so that's the only way to list items fast. So how to start using this non-API eBay lister? Go to the link provided in our description and register for an account. It's easy, you can link your Google account and begin using this tool. Using the link in the description, you will also get 50% discount on the highest tier plan. Next, you have to go to the Google and type DS Titan download and look for Google Chrome extension. Download Google Chrome extension and log in with the same email you registered your account. The tool is very easy to use, but first you have to set it up. So I'm going to talk about each and every of these sections and let you begin with the best settings. At first we have products, and don't be surprised that you have only 50 products because it's not a limit. When you upload a product over here with this button, by clicking on import, your product appears here in just a while. Like it takes a few seconds. It appeared in the list. So we have one product imported into DS Titan, but it doesn't mean that you can only list 50 products. When you are done listing it to eBay, you simply need to delete it by marking it. Click on delete and delete it, and you again have 0 out of 50 products. Now if you want to work smoothly, you have to import 50 products or more if you have upgraded plan, but for now I'm only showing you with one product. One thing to remember: if you uploaded product to DS Titan from AliExpress or any other marketplace online and then set a pricing strategy, templates, preferences and so on, these preferences doesn't apply to the products already uploaded to DS Titan. So make sure that you have no items at first before you setting up all the software. So we begin. The pricing strategy are very simple and we have two options over here. We can choose multiplier pricing, which means you can set a multiplier to your existing price on AliExpress or any other marketplace. So we don't want 1.25. We usually go for 2.3 because we list item on eBay with this kind of margin, and then if you run promotions, it's way easier than to increase the price manually. We also have an option to choose percentage pricing, but I don't use it so often. So multiplier pricing works best for me, and we can also adjust cents the price of our item ending. So if we want that all of our prices on eBay will be displayed with 90 cents at the end of the price, we should keep it, but I want to make it look like more serious. So like the price are not just for pushing the item to the buyer, but it should look natural. Then hit on save. Now we have UPC management, and I know a lot of dropshippers aren't using UPC codes, so it's totally optional. We don't need to use UPC codes, but if you do have a UPC or EN codes, you can upload it here, and for each item, DS Titan will pick one UPC code and list it along with the item you're listing. Moving forward, we have templates, and templates is something for description. Now DS Titan prepared some templates for us, and we can use their templates to list items on eBay, and it's very efficiency and practical thing because DS Titan are programmed that once you write a title on your eBay section where it says title, your title will appear here on the description and you don't need to change. The same thing will be done with description from any other marketplace you are listing. So if you are listing from AliExpress, the description will appear here, and if you are listing from Amazon, the description will appear here. You can also change the default shop names and description if you want to provide more info to your clients, but I doesn't use this shop template for my stores because eBay are not really friendly with the sellers who has images in their description. So avoid images in in description, create your own template with HTML. If you don't know how to create a template with HTML, you can go to iWay's template, which is recommended by eBay, and create your own template. This site is totally free and it will provide you HTML code which you can use in the templates of DS Titan. So each time you're listing your listing, the template will be displayed here. It will be your template, your created beautiful template with no images, only title and description with some fonts and HTML colors. Next we have messages, and it's very useful thing if you have a lot of messages from your clients. It means that you can create a templated messages as a buyer and as a seller. Once you are in eBay and you want to send a message, there will be a window that pops up and you can select from the templates and only adjust it a little bit according to your situation with your client. Next, we do have preferences. And in preferences, you can set up a default UPC codes, brand, MPN, model, ship from country and state or city. Now, as usual, dropshippers usually use does not apply for UPC codes, but if you have an UPC code, you can select from enabled, and then UPC code will be taken from UPC management section if you have uploaded your UPC codes. If you choose does not apply, it means for each and every listing it will be displayed as does not apply. If you choose disabled, each time you list an item you have to manually input does not apply or UPC code. For the brand, as usual, dropshippers or any other resellers are choosing unbranded because we are not allowed to sell copyrighted materials, branded products and so on. For MPN, we can choose random, which will be selected according to your title. If you write, let's say if you are selling gardening tool, your MPN should be something like gardening tool 3000. So if you want, you can select does not apply, random or generated. But I will choose for this moment random because MPN does not really matters for our items. For the model, we can also choose random, generated, custom and disabled. So for the model, I would choose custom and simply input like 001 or 100 because it doesn't matter what are you selling, the model number, it doesn't matter what are you selling, because if you are selling embroidered items, it means that there is no particular model for your item. Now, ship from country are really important and you have to select it each time if you're working with different suppliers. But if you are working from AliExpress, it's usually China. So choose China and select other city like Shenzhen because multiple of users will keep the same Shanghai, and it's not really the country that most of items are coming from China. Shenzhen is the most popular city in China that most of the items are coming from to worldwide. Now, if you want, you can enable pricing strategy. It means that if you set up a pricing strategy over here, your pricing strategy will be applied to all of your listings that you are listing to eBay. You can also choose default quantity, and I prefer to stay with 1 if you have no selling limits. But if you have a lot of selling limits, you can choose 2, 3, 4 or 5, because if you choose only single one, you are losing your customers. You are not allowed to send multiple best offer options to your clients, so it's better to use 3 or at least 2 in your item quantity. If you are not giving your account to your virtual assistant, you should not copy VA settings, so turn it off. And as I mentioned before, you don't want that images will appear in your description, so don't choose this option. For the packaging format to export, you don't need to select anything. We don't buy shipping from eBay, so it's optional and it's not. If you are high volume seller and you have multiple of virtual assistants, you can add virtual assistant to your account. To use this option, you will have to upgrade your plan. You can also browse to frequently asked questions and see what they are offering, and you can also grab VPN, but I recommend other VPNs service provider, and you can check our description because I don't really trust this service provider. But overall, this tool is really efficient when it comes to listing on eBay.